It's Radio Coach of the Welsheons, and we're going against Soulblaze for UPA Week 6. Fun fact about this team, I've spent 15 minutes prepping it because I thought I had a different league battle today and had a few more days to prep this one, but got them the wrong way around, so the most standard .jpeg team you're ever going to see. I am Terra Steel on Tread, and they are Terra Dark on the whole Lucha. The team is going to be in the description down below. So let's see what they have led off with. They have led off the Don van. Okay, right, so yeah, like I said, this was a good lead for them. I have not done any calcing at all, so this is going to be a little bit of a fun game for me. I just want to see if we just go offensive utility, got the intimidate off from them. So yeah, my liquidation is going to do nothing to them, but I would like to break their sturdy. And I've got the potential defense drop. Did I leave the Shocker on this? No, I went Black Sludge. I was meant to be Shocker Berry on this. Yeah, okay. So, liquidation, we're going to break that sturdy. It's going to do absolutely nothing. And they are Rocky Helmet, which is good to know. They're going to go for their Stealth Rock. So, I kind of need to keep this around for the Lucha, especially if it's Terra Dark. Now, I've broken this thing sturdy, which was important. They can just go for the EQ. It's not going to do much to Deoxys, even though I am specially defensive. Knockoff would do about 50. Earthquake's still going to do... Oh no, they're -1 attack, aren't they? Yeah, so Deoxys might be my play here. And then I can maybe go for a Psychic Noise, because they don't have a Dark type. They're potentially thinking about switching, are they? So Overquill's going to come back, and our Deoxys defense is going to come out, because what is a strong arm to Deoxys D? And Donovan, does it go knock, or does it just go with the EQ? Let's find out. Maybe just EQs? Yeah, it does just EQ. So this doesn't do much at all to us, which is exactly what we wanted. We're going to get our leftovers. They can knock off next, but like I said, I'm just going to go for a Psychic Noise here. They don't have anything to switch in to it. I'd love to see the Pheasant Dippity come in. Not that it's got any reason to. The Giratina origin, I'm pretty sure that is the Grisius Orb, and it's the other form of Giratina that is allowed to run items, if my memory serves me correct. And they are going to withdraw. What are they going to go into? I'm interested to see what they're going to go into. Fizzy. Is it the Fez? Is it the Fez? It is the Fez. Brilliant. Okay, we like that. That does absolutely nothing though. Absolutely nothing. What is this going to do? Is it going to U-turn? Is it going to Poison Jab? So this thing is one of the Terra Captains, but we know that it's not going to be terroring against us. And it is just going to U-turn. And Snake Eyes. Who is Snake Eyes? Giratina? Giratina. Big Giratina. Okay. Hello to you, sir. You are massive. Yeah. So, now, I don't really have a switch into this. Shadow Ball, I'm pretty sure, is going to destroy me. However, Shadow Ball has to have a really high roll to KO me. But they could just Willow. What do I do here? I guess I can go into... Yeah, I gotta go into Overquill. If this is the physical set, then we will get the Intimidate off. If it's a specialist set, it might drop a Draco. Is it going to drop its Draco? Because I guess Knockoff isn't going to do too much to this if I can't take an item off it, can it? And it goes for Earth Power. Okay, so it is special, and there goes my Overquill. So, that is unfortunate. But the good news is we are choice specs on our Dragapult. And if you could show me what would like to switch in to a choice specs Shadow Ball. They could obviously go into their Pheasant Dippity because that was obviously some kind of special defensive set. Even if it was like Assault Vest, then it will not want to take too many of these. Is it going to be the Pheasant? It is. So let's see how much this does. Am I going to be able to... So there goes the rocks. Will I be able to get a 2-hit KO with this? Shadow Ball. Let's find out. And yes, we will definitely. Look, we were going to get a 2-hit KO anyway. So it doesn't matter there. So I just click Shadow Ball again. And we get our KO, or we get some massive damage off on whatever else wants to come in. And they do let me have this. Yeah, I thought they would, because there was just like nothing that wanted to switch into it. So bye-bye Pheasantipty. That does mean now that I can just hit I can just throw off a Draco anytime I want to. Yeah, so knockoff is a guaranteed KO on us. But, god, Draco would guarantee KO this. This does die to a Shadow Ball if it comes in again on a Stealth Rock. I can get a maximum of 72% on it. So I might have to... We're going to be in a position where we're just going to be sacking things. So I'm going to go into my Deoxys. I'm trying to think how we win a sack war. Because obviously this will... But if it Swords Dances, that's going to be a little bit annoying. But I can revenge it, so it's fine, actually. So it's not so annoying. This thing just goes with Trailblaze. Okay. So... Was it Trailblaze plus not? Was that what it was planning to do? Yeah. I'm gonna recover Ivy Cudgel. So we've seen Ivy Cudgel, we have seen Trailblaze. Does this die to Cinderace? Fireball, yeah, it dies to Cinderace. I'm gonna U-turn because they know I'm Scarf. Like, I have to... They do stay in. Okay, I did not expect that. That is a little bit problematic to us. Now, do they just go for their other move? If I go into Treads, this is a bit risky, I understand that. Because they're going to get a neutral hit off on us. But let's see what they go for. Yeah, so if they do knock off here, then... It's not going to be too good. Stomping Tantrum. Oh, okay. Forgot about that move. But yeah, we'll live that. So now I can... Terra, Steel, Iron Head will not KO this, will it? No. We are faster. They could go into Giratina. They could go into... Yeah, I'm just going to Earthquake. I'll get my KO on this if it stays in. Stomping Tantrum. Huh? How? Oh, wait, I got my speeds wrong. Sorry. Yeah, I got my speeds wrong. That is my fault. Well, of course it's my fault. I, for some reason, thought I was Cinderace again then. Now, Cinderace comes in. U-turn will get the KO after the last damage. And then I go Dragapult. Do I? The Deoxys can come in and KO us. Yeah, I've got to go Cinderace because that's the only thing I've got that outspeeds this right now. And then either U-turn or I Pyro Ball. Both will get the KO. If I U-turn, I go into Zation. Because Dragapult, I need to keep this around to be able to outspeed the Deoxys. Yeah, I think that's right. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn and then I go into Zation. That's got to be the way this thing goes. So Cinderace getting the KO there. And DOX. Okay, yeah. This thing had to come in. Is it Focus Sash? Oh. We don't know, do we? It's probably Life Orb. So I am just going to go for the Crunch. I've kind of got to let Zation go, I guess. Meteor Beam. Wow. Okay. So is it Liz me, is it Power Herb? Of course it's going to be Power Herb. It's not going to Meteor Beam in front of me otherwise, is it? That would just be absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, Meteor Beam, pretty sure it's going to get the KO. It doesn't get the KO. Okay, nice. Crunch, will that get the KO? It does. Oh, great. Okay, I thought that was going to go a different way for us then. So I'm really glad that thing's gone, because that was very, very scary to us. Zacian doing good things there. Yeah, so I did over-predict with the Cinderace on the Ogerpon Hearthflame. Should have just gone for the Parable, probably. But then the Stomping Tantrum would have got the KO. And we would have had to get a quite high roll. Well, sort of mid-roll, at least, on the Parable, if they weren't HP invested. So what comes in now? The Donphan, right? Yeah, it's got to be the Donphan. Yeah, it's the only thing that wanted to come in here. So, there's their rocks. Now, they know I don't want to swap. So, how do we win this? I think I've just got to play rough here and get my damage off. Ice Shard, that probably doesn't care. Okay, great. So, do we get a defense drop? We do not. So now, if they Ice Shard, they will get the KO, but I could go into Cinderace on their Ice Shard, which I'm not going to. Just going to let them get this. They do just go for it again. Okay, so I have got to go Cinderace, and I have got to click my Pyro Ball, because U-turn will not KO from there. Pyro Ball should KO from there. Pyro Ball should KO from there, I think. I'm not even calculating it, I'm just guessing. Because it's Pyro Ball. So as long as I land it, I'm right. Mind you, that was a boosted Play Rough, wasn't it? It was a boosted Play Rough. Damn, I've just screwed this. Yeah, I've just screwed this. They can probably live this Pyro Ball. I should have gone Dragapult. The reason I didn't go Dragapult was because I didn't want the Hawlucha to come in afterwards and get a free terror off on us. So, yeah. That was... They're going to withdraw. They're going to go Giratina. They have to be going Giratina, yeah. Snake Eyes. So, how much is Pyro Ball going to do to this? Let us find out. God, if I'd U-turned there. I considered U-turning for a second, but okay, Pyro Ball does absolutely nothing. We get the burn. So that is going to be good if this thing is back in the Shadow Sneak. Now, this will obviously get the KO. I'm Choice Scarfed. All this needs to do is click its Ghost type move. So I'm just going to Pyro Ball again. And I'm going to have to let Cinderace go here. Yeah, that was a big crit. Dragon Balls, yeah. Okay, also that, yeah. Dragon or Ghost move, I should have said. So, yeah, kind of wishing I'd U-turned there. So that's another KO for Giratina. So, Shadow Ball will KO this. It will KO the Donphan. So this is going to be a 2-0 win to my opponent. Unless they switch into Hawlucha, which they would have to be crazy to switch into Hawlucha when they've got a win here. So yeah, yeah, there's the Shadow Sneak. So really glad we got that burn. It wouldn't have KO'd anyway. But yeah, Shadow Ball, and then they can go and Terra Hawlucha. So Dragon Ball getting another KO. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with this being a 2-0 loss, well, potential 2-0 loss, with how little prep I had on this team, because as I said at the beginning, it's only had like 15 minutes. So yeah, could have been a lot worse. Yeah, Macho Libre, and it's going to take the Stealth Rock damage, and then I have to click Shadow Ball. Choice Spec Shadow Ball is not going to KO against a Dark type Hawlucha, obviously, but it'll be fun to see how much damage we can get. I couldn't lock myself into Drake. Could I have locked myself into 3 Dracos? Did I just throw? Did I just throw? I potentially just threw. Wow, that does a lot of damage still. So Draco at -1, would it have KO'd? I'm just going to calc this. It would have KO'd after rocks. Oh, Fredo! I threw again. Yeah, Draco would have been 81 to 96. Oh god, I'm stupid. And then it definitely would have got the KO on the Donphan at -2 based on the HP it was at. Oh, so there was me just being like, yeah, I've got to go into Shadow Ball. I could have just gone for the Draco. I would have had to hit 3 Dracos, but there we go. Yeah, GG Soulblaze. Like I said, quick prep for me, but I'm really happy with that result at the end there. Make sure you check out Soulblaze. As I said, team's in the description, and Soulblaze's links will be in the description as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment about how much of a thrower I am, because that could have gone differently there. Yeah, GG.